Hi and welcome to the video. I'm Dame and this is Dame Over, and today we're taking a close look at another new weapon from the Turning Tides DLC, but this time focusing on the assault class, and that weapon is the M1917 Trench Carbine. I'll be looking at the stats, comparing it to the other weapons, and I'll give you my own full review, and I'll chuck in some tips and tricks on how to use it too, because it's nearly Christmas, so why the hell not? So if you find this video useful or entertaining, make sure you hit that like button before you go. Right, let's get to it. So the M1917 Trench Carbine has been in the game since its first release, but under a completely different name, and was only available when playing as either the pilot or tanker vehicle classes. I'm sure you know which gun I'm talking about by now, and yes, it is the C96 Carbine. I did a bit of research to see why the name had been changed for essentially the same weapon, and historically the M1917 was a slightly improved version of the C96 Carbine made for the German army towards the end of the war, but was too expensive to be put into mass production. Anyway, back to more important video game stuff. Now the Turning Tides DLC has dropped, you can have the M1917 Trench Carbine in your assault loadout, which makes it pretty unique, and it certainly is for the assault class, being a fast-firing, low-damage, semi-automatic submachine gun. Jesus, that's a lot of words. Because it's hard to make comparisons within the assault class itself, I'll be mainly focusing on the auto-loading 8.25 Extended and the M1903 Experimental to give you some context with this archetype of weapon. Right, enough of that nonsense, now the stats. We'll start with the fire rate, which sits at 359 rounds per minute, which is exactly the same as the auto-loading 8.25 Extended and the M1903 Experimental. God, I wish these names weren't as long. At its optimum range, it has a maximum damage output of 28 per shot, which sits smack bang in the middle of the M1903 and the auto-loading respectively. Note how I've started abbreviating the names. The muzzle velocity is again in the middle of the other two guns. It's got 41 rounds in the mag after a full reload, which helpfully pops on and off in one go, and again the spread is smack bang in the middle. So you might be asking yourself what makes this gun special, and that is in its hip fire accuracy. It's got exactly the same hip fire accuracy as the MP18, and having been labelled a trench-specific weapon, this is the sort of range and playstyle you need to aim for to take advantage of the M1917's attributes. Having said all that, and while it's always good to know these sorts of things, I'm going to tell you to just forget it. Just throw that information way out the window. I'm going to focus on what's really important with this gun, and that is the fun factor. This gun is all about running around being as much of an idiot as possible. With this weapon, every gunfight is manic and desperate, and every kill you get is a huge victory. Having to pull the trigger as fast as you can over and over again to shoot while you're right in the enemy's face makes for a very unique and exciting experience, especially if you combine it with the explosive potential the assault class has at its disposal. Now, if you do want to increase your chances of success, you'll need to focus on flanking and doing your best to get the drop on other players as often as possible. So put your sneaky shoes on and use all your map knowledge to its fullest. You want to stick to areas of the map that force players to be closer to each other, obviously, so aim to hang around the more building-y parts, or if that isn't possible, aim for sections of the map that are a little more trenchy. Yeah, playing unpredictably is also a key factor to picking up kills. Do the unexpected. Surprise your enemies. Try surprising yourself, because more often than not, you'll end up getting the kill. Sticking close to your teammates is also a good idea, as you'll have far more chance of taking out a weakened enemy, especially at range. And while I wouldn't advise shooting at someone who's at distance, sometimes you've just got to speculate to accumulate. To be really successful with the M1917 Trench Carbine, you'll need to be a relatively highly skilled player and have the right sort of support from your squad. Not to mention a bit of luck on your side too, but like I said, that isn't the important part. My top tip to you guys is to unlock it, get a few of your friends to do the same, and run around like crazy, desperately trying to get those kills. I've not had as much fun as when I've been playing with this gun on Battlefield 1 for quite some time, and it's really nice to have a change of pace, even if that pace is going as fast as humanly possible. But that's just what I think. What do you guys make of the M1917 Trench Carbine? Let me know down in the comments below. So if you had a good time, make sure you hit that like button. If you're new around here, hit the subscribe button too. Feel free to share this video with whoever and wherever you like. And until next time, that's Dame Over. Peace.